So at this point, it's really my pleasure to introduce our Spicer's Paper Senior VP of paper and products in LA, as well as national accounts in charge of our wide format program, our Senior VP, Damien Bradley. You can take it away.
Jeff, thank you very much for the introduction. I appreciate it. So I just want to say good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining the call today. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day to jump on this webinar. This is the third and final in our series, and a three-part series that we call Battle for the Blue Bin. I think I mentioned on previous webinars that we continue to see growing interest from corporates, end users and printers, all looking for other sustainable and recyclable substrates that are alternatives to the traditional plastic substrates that we see in the market. So on today's webinar, we're featuring EAGLECELL from Gilman. It's an all paper honeycomb graphics board. It's lightweight, it's recyclable, it's eco-friendly, and it's a fantastic alternative to plastic substrates. We're joined on the call today by Bill VanHorn, who is the Director of Sales for Gilman, and Ari Luna, who is the Business Development Manager for Gilman. And they are going to be going through the presentation today. So welcome both of you to the webinar, and Bill and Ari, I'll pass it over to you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm seeing the people populating on here. It's good to see some names. I'm not seeing your faces, but Scott, good to see you. Casey. So yes, as indicated, so I'm the Director of Sales. I started about 7 years ago with Gilman. To be pretty blunt, EAGLECELL was kind of a side product that we had that people said, hey, do you have a corrugate board? Yeah, we do, but we didn't spend a lot of focus on it. I will say in the last 6-8 months, it has rapidly become one of our largest growth-oriented products for a variety of reasons, specifically because of the sustainability. I will say that Kelly Spicers is one of our largest strategic long-term channel partners. It's a privilege to be part of this. So thanks for the invite. Jaime, I know you asked me, man, I think it was like 3 months ago. So kudos to you folks for planning that far ahead. So we applaud that. Kelly Spicers has a lot of inventory dispersed all in all the major markets. So that's obviously a good thing. How we're going to lay this out, pretty much shortened to the point. Ari Luna is our business development manager. She's been with us for a long time, and she's our A1 in all technical aspects for this and all of our materials that we have. So we'll cover a brief show and tell, cover the 411 of the material, common sense things, gauge, color, size, and some attributes to the material, some differences on our core. I'm going to share a screen and look very technically competent when I share that screen. So I'm all excited about that. So we have pictures to show you, real world examples on how you could use the material. And then we're going to wrap it up with some unique things and value-added services that we have for the market specific to this and other products. So that's how it's going to flow. So Ari Luna, I'll bounce it over to you.
Well, thank you, both Bill and Damien, for the wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. Those that I see some familiar faces, some familiar names, so welcome. And thanks for the time to allow us to talk about EAGLECELL. So this is very exciting, and I will tell you, I did have some sugar before I joined this call, so I hope it's interactive too. So raise your hand, ask questions, interrupt if I'm going too fast or you need something clarified. And we'll have some fun today. So obviously topic of conversation is our eco-friendly solution. That is our EAGLECELL board, as you can see here. I want to at least start the conversation explaining the simplistic approach that we decided to take with this product line. So I'll talk a little bit about my competitor, which is Falcon Board. And one of the things when we were, I'll say, relaunching or refocusing on EAGLECELL, as Bill had mentioned, is we wanted to provide a solution to the industry that was simplistic and met the needs of the applications. So these are some of the competitors' boards that you can see here. I have 4 different variations. Those are typically around print, build, mount, etc. So we decided It's better to have one product, which is our EAGLECELL product, that serves all of those performance functions. So I'll talk to you a little bit about our product versus theirs, so you have a little bit more of a technical understanding of the construction of the material, and those attributes, and those constructions and how it feeds into the performance of the material. So I'll start with the construction of the product. We have our EAGLECELL is a 24-point paper-faced clay-coated paper versus the competition has a 22-point paper-faced. So when you're thinking honeycomb transferring through the face of the material, those are some of the challenges that some of the users of the competing brands may see, versus if you were to use our EAGLECELL, you have a 24-point clay-coated liner that does not telegraph the construction of the core. In addition to that, we have a 92 bright liner, which is kind of the industry standard and what most people like to use because it's that warm yellow hue that most folks like to use, i.e. the Tango 92 Bright. In addition to that, and probably one of the most spectacular features of the product is that it's 100% virgin fiber core. What does that mean? So from a performance standpoint, you can actually cut the material a lot cleaner. You can hold more weight. So for example, if you ever, do a little bit of research on our website on all things EAGLECELL, you notice that we have some third-party testing that has been posted that we've had for several years. And what you're going to see is specific to 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, which are the most commonly used thicknesses. Our product can hold up to 20 PSI stronger than the competition. So for example, for a Target or a Best Buy, they can actually put more merchandise on the same exact display by just utilizing our material versus a competing brand. And that's all because of the virgin fiber core that we use versus recycled content. And that was one of the biggest things that we focused on, was making sure that that core was strong enough to hold a lot of merchandise and those types of applications. And yes, it's an all paper product. Therefore, it's 100% recyclable. So printed, unprinted, it goes into a blue bin and off you go. Most of the applications that we have been involved with has been not only signage, it's also been POP displays, it's been 3D types of designs. It's really intended as a structural design type product. However, based on most companies or our industry trying to go down the path of sustainable choices, this product has absolutely hit the market these last couple of years very, very strong. I'll talk to you about some additional advantages. So because of the construction of our material, you can actually die cut our product versus you can't do that with a competitor. Again, going back to that core, that recycled content core that's currently used at some of the competing brands versus the virgin fiber core makes it a product that you can die cut nice and clean. And obviously that's a benefit to many of those that want to do some of those types of cutting. As I had mentioned, as I indicated, I was going to talk about gauge, size, colors, and all of those details. It's really more about the flexibility of us as a company for you. So the product is available or could be manufactured from 3/16 all the way up to 4 inch. The true sweet spot within our own industry is 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. We provide in standard stock sizes 4x8s, 5x10s, 6096s, 48x120s. And color configurations, it's a white and craft core combination. In some instances, and I've worked with some other larger retailers to do some custom colored facers as well. So those are options too. So there's a lot of customization that we can do. Before anybody asks the question on black, I'll address the elephant in the room. We do not offer a black option for a number of different reasons. We pride ourselves in bringing a product that we can stand behind the quality and never has any challenges with it. Black is an absolute bear. Clay coated black is not easy to find. It's very expensive. In addition to, it's very hard to fabricate with. Therefore, those are one of the few reasons why we currently do not offer a black. However, there's different other things that we can do with you folks in regards to some color. Bill, did I miss anything?
No, John, you had a question.
However, oh, there's a question.
Yes. Are you available to share the names of the biggest competitive brands? You did earlier, but we can just repeat. So Falcon Board. So John, when you hear Falcon Board out into the marketplace, that's when we put our scope and go straight at it. So
Apples to apples comparison, and I'm using that kind of lightly because I'll be a little biased. I think my product is superior for a number of different reasons that I just articulated. However, when you're in this industry and looking at something that has a honeycomb core, you'll be faced with not only Falcon Board, there's also a product called Zenita that you'll see in a lot of, I'll say liquor store type applications to hold really heavy merchandise. Please reach out to us for those scenarios because I myself have displaced many Zenita type applications on EAGLECELL for a number of different factors, pricing and availability being being two of those reasons. And before we move on, Bill, I did have some extra samples I wanted to show you guys. And we do have again, application photos that we're going to show you very shortly. In addition to that, if there are any programs and things that you are working on, please let us know. We do these kind of on a day-to-day basis as well. We get involved on the design side and other levels as well. But I wanted to show you, this was a very cute project. Ooh, hold on, guys. Don't go anywhere. Ready? It's late in the day, guys. So this was part of a retail initiative that we had done earlier in the year where we wanted to get our supply chain, right? Distribution channels, end users, design folks from commercial printers kind of re-engaged on, hello, instead of doing acrylic and floor graphics and everything that we've been forced in due to COVID-19, let's talk about retail signage again. Let's remember all the different cool things you can do with some of these temporary products that could be used for semi-permanent type of applications. And these were one of the things that we included in our little chocolate gift, just to show, look what you can do with EAGLECELL. We did it for a number of different product lines as well. But these are some examples of how clean it cuts, how sturdy, how beautiful it prints. And altogether, it's just a fantastic product. Bill, I'll ask you again, did I miss anything?
no, you didn't miss it. Just to jump on that, I don't think you have the whole heart box, but what's cool, we like to be, look, there's distribution on this call, Kelly Spicers, there's also printers on this call. We take pride to drive the specifications to make both of your phones ring to quote jobs. So what we did is we actually took 13 of the largest retailers in North America, put a really nice kit, a heart-shaped box together, and inside that box was 4 separate chambers with a Valentine theme. So that's where there was puzzles and dice, etc. So that I love you thing was not necessarily for people on this call. So,
but I do care about you all.
Yes, you do. We love what we do. So yeah, pretty cool and creative. So no, I think you covered. One last thing is run to size. So make sure you're not stuck in a 4x8, 5x10 mentality, which is the standard sizes that just about everybody carries. However, I don't want to burn time on this call and going through all the minimum order requirements, etc. But there are run to size options that we can do as they come up. Please feel free to reach out to us directly, and we can walk you through what we can or cannot do. All right. And look at
there was one other
special delivery.
Oh, you got it. There it is.
Oh, it's beautiful. There was one other question from Casey, I think, Bill. Did you see that?
I did not see it. Casey has a question. The 92 white, how does it compare to the Falcon Print and the Falcon Luminous? Whereas ours is more closely to the Luminous. So I don't have the white point of the print version.
Well, lucky for you, Bill, I do.
I teed you up.
So Casey, great question. I would love to see your face because I haven't seen you in a while. But so yes, our 92 Bright is closer to the luminous version of the Falcon board brand. It is far superior than the print version. And the big difference is that their print version is a craft one-side white paper liner. So it will never be the same white point as our full bleached liner. There you are. I think I forced you into it, huh?
Look at him.
Well, I just didn't think you guys wanted to see me eat while we were going through the presentation.
No, it's lunchtime. We love to see you eat.
Absolutely. It's great to see you, Casey. But
Good
yes,
seeing you guys.
the white point's going to be very, very different on the print version of Falcon board versus the EAGLECELL version that we provide. When you're looking at brightness, you're probably looking closer to an 89, 86, 89 for the brightness on the print versus our 92.
All right.
That's on the print, right?
Correct, on the print side. The luminous is technically based on their data sheets, a 92 bright.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All
Great
right,
question.
gang, look. Yes. So I'm going to share the screen real quick. And pressure's on. Look at that. Okay. Can you see it okay?
Yes.
All right. Look at that weight point. So we got 92 weight point on the PowerPoint too. All right. So here, Audie, we can just frickin' frack on this one. So shelves, what's unique, remember, I'm going to just pound the key topics that Audie talked about is the strength, the density, and the virgin core. You can see, I'm assuming you can see my little,
Yes, we see it.
is look how clean those cuts are going down. When we did this, it was a produce display for one of our shows. Down here, look, gang, I'm a big guy, okay? I'd love to tell you I'm 200 pounds, but probably add 80 to it. So sitting on that chair, sitting on the benches, no problem whatsoever. So we had a beach style theme. So again, you can see how lightweight, well, you can't see how lightweight it is, but those chairs right there could disassemble and reassemble in, I don't know, Audie, what, less than 2 minutes. So there's a lot of creativity with branding that goes into it. Pretty unique deal where the printer at the time made it look like a sand dune and used actually the edge of the material to be incorporated into the
Design.
display. This bench, I won't embarrass myself and pull up the video, but it is on our YouTube channel. So Audie and I did a video together, and Audie called me out and said, okay, you're going on and on about the strength and the durability, so prove it. So it was not planned at all. So I just
It wasn't.
the bench and
I held my breath for a very long time.
well, trust me, I did too. So so I did a little river dance on top of the bench. So let me tell you, there's no issue with strength. Going down here, these are, go ahead. Want me to go up?
Sorry, I was just gonna say, and on that particular bench design, on that particular bench design, as Bill had mentioned, we had done road shows earlier in the year. We had multiple people sit on those different benches. So I mean, it was holding well over 400 pounds in the current construction. And again, the key thing behind a lot of customers and a lot of end users that attended the roadshow and were able to see the design is that it literally took 3 panels to produce, and you could disassemble it within seconds and ship it all flat and reassemble it again. So creativity and thinking of behind the scenes and how to fabricate with these materials is key.
Yeah, and the print looks great too on how they did it. Here, again, I don't want to bore you with all the details, just trade shows and displays, but man, this, yeah, I'm a little biased too, but the edges on this crazy cake that they did, if you will, and the bows, I wish you could have it in your hands to see it, but those bows are EAGLECELL and how they cut it and fabricated it. So that was, we wanted to go above and beyond because all the big retailers were coming to our booth and said, okay, show me something I've never seen before, and that was it. And they were floored. So that's, so everybody, go ahead.
Before you move on, I'm having some challenges seeing the full screen. Is that your connectivity? Jeff, are you noticing the same thing?
No, I think I can see as far as I can tell, I can see the full screen.
Okay, then it must be me. I just wanted to make sure, that's all. Sorry for the interruption.
I mean, I'm not seeing his screen, but it's full on my side.
Okay.
Audie, you little disruptor, you.
I told you this would be fun.
Yes. This is a picture of Audie's house. Okay, I'm just kidding. So the bending and folding on the 90 degrees and the clean cuts, again, just more examples. This is a quick summary. Again, yes, we're pounding the points. When you're looking at a 92 bright versus competition, a thicker paper, a virgin core, and the fact that we're stronger because of that virgin core, and we also can do run to size versus just 4x and 5x10s. With that being said, let me unshare, and I'm looking at the clock. So gang, before we open it up, Audie, I'm sure you're gonna have a few things that I probably forgot. I really want to emphasize, and again, I don't want to do the cheesy go to our website, but I will say, if you go to gilmanbrothers.com under resources, you will see a very nice section for cutting and printing guidelines. For the printers that are on this call and the distributor, the Kelly Spicers reps that are on here, that saves a ton of time when you're calling on somebody that is running a competitive material and they want to use ours, yet they don't have the time or resources to go ahead and profile in our material on whether it's a Zun, a Kongsberg, a multicam, as well as on the printing side for, say, an R2000 or various different Fuji pieces. Durst is coming as well. So all the settings are already done. It's over with. So all you got to do is pull it up on the website and they can download it. There is no username or password. We try to keep things really simple to make the barriers to entry of our material basically zero. The last thing I will say is we have a contractor. This is primarily, I think, a West Coast or a Western region team here. We have a contractor in Northern California that does all of our profiles. Every single thing you see on our website, everything you've seen us for the last year and a half, from hospital beds to dividers to everything, have been done from this individual. Casey, it's Tom, you know Tom. So it's he does an amazing job. So we offer that service to certain printers as well as distributors that need some help. And generally speaking, he's about a 24, 48-hour turnaround. And let me tell you, nobody else in the world offers that service as quick as we do. And that is a big, big deal when you want to turn prototypes around quickly. So he's great at design also. So we're not just a board manufacturer. We're working on the consulting side, the services, the prototypes. You're going to hear a lot of movement of new materials that are being launched here shortly. And I will say that, again, Kelly Spicers is absolutely on the top of the heap with Gilman Brothers based on inventory strategy with all of their branded families around North America. And with that being said, I'll stop. So where are we? We got 5 minutes. So what is the ETA? I just saw this. Another Casey. Come on, Casey, you can call us on this. So what is the ETA to produce 3/16 EAGLECELL? It could be plus or minus 1 to 2 weeks, all depending on flow of the schedule is. Right now we're running primarily I know there's a lot of variables, but generally speaking, we're running orders about every Monday. So sooner the orders get in, the better to queue up on that Monday or the next Monday. So that's why I'm saying like 1 to 2 weeks.
I do
Bill,
like
you
the way
mentioned, sorry, Bill,
No, go ahead,
you
Terry.
mentioned that you've been doing your road trips.
Yes.
Or is there any plans to come to the West Coast?
Great question. We had plans, to be candid with you, but we pulled back on them since everything has basically opened up. The newness and the uniqueness that we did in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, really the uniqueness of it went away because all the shows are opening up. So we made a decision there's a Foam Expo coming up, the AICC, the packaging show in Orlando, obviously Printing United. So there's a bunch of shows that we're going to be at, but the individual road shows, y'all, that was crazy. I mean, we were out when everybody else was staying home, and the amount of people that were showing up at the Marriott hotels to see, touch, and feel what we were doing was amazing. I mean, we had riots and protests and snowstorms, and I mean, it was crazy, but it worked. So that's our job. So we don't ever want to call anybody here from Kelly Spicers and say, what are you doing? What are your targets? We don't want to call in any of the printers. Scott, you're still on, I think you know how we operate. It's not our job to ask you what you're doing. It's our job to tell you what we're doing to help your phone ring. So that's our value that we're going to keep doing. So.
Yeah, and you guys do such a great job of education. I mean, with all your YouTube videos and just the things you guys bring to the table is really, 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 really cool. I love the way that you have that you've used the open cell design as part of the design for the print. Those things that were, the colors that went well with the craft versus the things that really went well with the white. Do you have the ability to close that cell, or is that looking at part of the design?
Do we have the ability to close this?
You want me to take that one?
Do you
Bill?
have edging?
Yeah, I mean, there's
yeah.
edge banding, but I'm just trying to think why, how would that happen? So.
Yeah, it's it is what it is, and it's beautiful, and especially when you can incorporate that into design.
So Jeff, that is one of the, it's supposed to be a selling feature on the material, right? So anybody that wants to go eco-friendly has that eco look as well.
Mhm.
However, depending on the brand, that might not be necessarily the look they're going for, because it's more high-end or sports versus, I don't know, jewelry. But no, there is not an edge banding available for the product. However, the thinner you go, the less core you see.
Yeah.
And obviously that's one of the reasons we offer white, is that it mimics that. It minimizes the honeycomb look that it has on the
Yeah,
edge.
and I really like it. I think it looks good. So
Yeah.
And I'll share.
Hey, side note, how is that foam product going?
Foam product.
Which one?
That black foam? Didn't you guys launch a new?
Oh, Resilient?
Zillion.
Yeah.
Great. It launched last October. So it's going great.
What kind of applications is that going in?
Wall decor.
Okay.
3D block lettering, wall decor, packaging. That's the gist of it.
Yep.
That's the
I
whole
don't see any other questions in the chat box. I know we're kind of coming up on our half an hour. I don't know if there's any questions online. If they're not, I'll bounce it over to Damien to kind of close us out here.
Great. Thank you, Jeff. And Bill and Ori, thank you for presenting today. We really appreciate the time. And, you're a great partner, and we look forward to growing the business together. I think we'd all agree provided some great information on the features and benefits of the board. Obviously, EAGLECELL is a fantastic product with some great attributes, and particularly for any of the customers on the call here that are looking for a recyclable, eco-friendly solution. So I would say for the printers on the call that Spices and Kelly are a stocking distributor of EAGLECELL. So you can feel comfortable specifying and ordering EAGLECELL for your next project. And I'll just sort of sum up. This was the third and final of our 3-part series that we call Battle for the Blue Bin. We got some really good feedback, so we're going to continue to do these into the future, and hopefully in the not too distant future. So I just say thanks everybody for jumping on the call today, and thanks for those that jumped on board for the 3-part series, and we look forward to seeing you soon. So thanks everybody, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Everybody. Ciao.
Thank you, everybody on the call. Appreciate your
Thank
time.
you. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.